in just a moment. Just very, very serious business here. The pizza is late. So those who insist on pizza have to wait a few moments. There's some refreshments up here. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. And as my last act is...
Somebody's outside, they're coming like that.
Okay, well, we can... we'll wait a few minutes as my second last act is station manager.
There are sodas available, there's some snackos.
What? No chocolate chip cookies? No, that's too realistic. Yeah. So are we all present? Are we waiting for anybody else? I don't know. We got Megan here. Everybody doing present is going to be here. This is my last act as station manager after the roundtable discussions. Our friend Hunter is going to facilitate the meeting. So now I'm Don Kennedy and I'm the co-host of Off the Hook with beautiful Janelle Parr down there and former station manager for KGGV. Goes to you.
Hi, I'm Kitten Ryan.
I'm Peter Andrews. I've got a radio program the first night, Sunday night of the month at 8 o'clock, talking about books. That's all.
That's all. I'm Randy Wells, and I run around and fix things from time to time. I'm Damien also.
I'm Wayne Webb.
Andrew York. Janelle Parr.
Bill Mitchell. Roy Hosford, Bradley's Touch.
Milo.
Sister Liz. Megan Perkins.
Keith Blackstone. Natasha Pearson.
My name is Gregory Pearson. I'm the host of Freylock, an award-winning program that is written about every week in the Jewish press in the Bay Area and has been acknowledged by the communications industry as a unique program. And I thank KGGV for letting me do it.
I'm Megan Hope. I'm the liaison, and I have a radio show from 7 to 9 on Sunday mornings called Kaleidoscape. Plus I produce the live broadcast for the Guerneville Community Church.
I'm DJ Hunter. Legal name is Eric Olson, and I do Saturday night classic disco hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I guess I'm the only one who wasn't here. I'm Bill Young. Most of you I think I already know. I'm part of the church council.
And that gentleman in the back, did you say?
Bill, that gentleman.
Okay. I wanted to share, before we start the agenda, and you all should have the agenda in front of you, I wanted to share, before we go on to additions and corrections to the agenda, I wanted to share with you why I volunteered to facilitate this meeting when I was asked to. And then secondly, I want to share with you how we together are going to facilitate this meeting. I remembered back about 5 or 6 years ago, we had a DJ by the name of Christine Lowry. And I'm not correct, but someone can correct me. I think she was one of the newest DJs with the radio station since the start, and also one of the first morning show hosts. There was a time that, she got cancer and she passed away. Well, there was a partnership then between the GCC and the KGGV. Members from the church and members from the radio station got together and put together a medical, not a medical, or whatever you want to call it, a support team to help her deal with her living, with her treatments, with her issues at home, and eventually with not only the dining, but with her parents as well when they came up, as well as the funeral. I was very proud as a KGG volunteer of this partnership that KGGV and GCC had together. So I'm hoping, I wanted to participate in the first meeting so that it's more of a healing meeting. And so that's why I volunteered to do. As far as how we're going to conduct the meeting, I've asked the people who are presenting, if they can, to stand up, and so that other people will know who's talking. And if you have questions and once you're acknowledged, if you can stand up as well, so we know who we're talking to. That's just a request as a courtesy to all the members that are sitting in here. Also, we'll want to save your questions to the end of each presentation. Okay? If a presenter is discussing something that you don't understand the definition of, it's okay to raise your hand. I'll acknowledge you. We'll get that covered. But otherwise, please wait till the end of the presentation. I'm pretty sure the presenters will be asking for questions before they're concluded, so as to answer any of those really tight questions for you. Because this is a time to move forward in healing, I know myself there are a lot of people in the room that have a lot of, I'm not going to define it, they can define it themselves, a lot of hurt and pain or whatever because of what's happened here at the radio station the last couple of months, as well as there are some of you that have some hurts from prior to that as well. So that having been said, I would want to caution all of you, please, when you're speaking, to use respectful language and be really cautious of the words that you are using, knowing that not all of us have healed yet, and we want to be sensitive to everybody's feelings in this room. So let's go to additions and corrections to the agenda. And there's one correction we're making is Natasha's statement is down at the bottom because we were doing all statements at the end. But we're going to move her right up and put her on second after Milo's presentation. Is there anything else that needs to be added or omitted from the agenda?
Hunter, do you have any extra agendas?
Yes, right in this whole bunch. Okay, so Milo.
Okay, they wanted me to read the email that Kathy and I sent her on behalf of the independent group. And so I will read that email. The pertinent part of it basically is that the group remains interested in negotiating a transfer of the LP license once the group is formed and is a legal entity. And should GCC decide to release it. As a point of interest spurred by the council's understandable wish to know whether the radio community was in favor of the license transfer, the independent group has polled the DJ community that was active as of 131 and found out that 4 out of 5 are in favor of having a community radio station that is not affiliated with a religious organization. We also want to let you know that the independent group is not discouraging its members from being actively involved in both groups. Rather, the independent group is encouraging its members to disengage from the acrimony of the cast and to move forward in peace. The independent group wishes KGGV the best and hopes that time and respectful relations moving forward will allow healing and successful, peaceful future for all. That's basically it.
Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions for Milo on that subject? Thank you, Milo. Natasha?
Friends, I am speaking for myself. I wrote this down so that I don't forget what I want to say. The current situation of distrust, innuendo, and character assassination has to stop. I believe that the GCC Council could take a big step toward, quote, going forward, or moving forward, as they have deemed it, by giving a heartfelt apology for their heavy-handed and totally unnecessary handling of the meeting that they called on January 31st, 2013. I was taken aback by their characterization of some of our hard-working KGGV volunteers as having committed criminal activities, and that it was thereby necessary for the GCC to assume leadership of the station. This is not acceptable nor doable. KGGVers had formed an unintentional collective to deal with all aspects of station activities. This was working very well with the community supporting KGGV and many wonderful shows airing daily. The destruction of a very viable KGGV may not have been intentional, but it certainly has been working. How about it?
Thank you, Natasha.